In this week's news, movie and series fans are in for a treat. Besides awesome news about Deadpool 3, we also got updates on Blade as well as Cloverfield and talk about Kevin Feige's statement concerning the recasting of Chadwick Boseman's King T'Challa. Enjoy our new video. You've got to hand it to Ryan Reynolds, he simply knows how to captivate the audience with his unmistakable style. In a video published on Twitter this Tuesday, he first teases the new Deadpool 3 and ironically shows how much thought he has put into it, only to then casually announce that Hugh Jackman will return as Wolverine in the film. The latter is meanwhile walking up the stairs in the background, completely relaxed to the tune of "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston, a little joke at the expense of Jackman's first name. Further in the video, the two sit together on the couch and promise to give answers to many open fan questions. With this move, Reynolds has confirmed what has been suspected for some time. Still, the announcement came somewhat unexpectedly and just in typical Reynolds fashion. In one of our originals last summer, we already reported about the possibility of a road movie with Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, upon the request of many fans, this has actually become a reality. This marks Jackman's first return to a signature role since 2017, when his original farewell film Logan was released. With Deadpool 3, not only Deadpool, but also Wolverine will from now on be an official part of the MCU, after they previously belonged to Fox's X-Men universe. Moreover, the official release date has been disclosed, which is scheduled for September 6, 2024. Incidentally, this year also marks the 50th anniversary of the comic book character Deadpool, who first made his appearance in The Incredible Hulk issue number 181 in 1974. An interesting reaction to Wolverine's appearance in Deadpool 3 came from John Krasinski, who responded to the announcement video with, "Wait, is this our movie?" We can now speculate that this has something to do with Krasinski's role as Mr. Fantastic in Fantastic Four, a character he also recently played as an alternate version in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But whether he will actually make his return in the upcoming Fantastic Four or make a way for another actor is not clear yet. At least he has properly fueled speculations. But back to Deadpool 3. Behind the camera, Free Guy director Shawn Levy is in charge of directing. The script is once again being penned by Deadpool veterans Matt Reeves and Paul Wernick, who have confirmed an R rating for the film, despite its affiliation with Disney. We are definitely excited to see what the end product looks like and can't wait for the release date of September 6, 2024. Many don't necessarily know the 1998 film Blade as a Marvel comic adaptation, but the cult flick definitely has many fans even today. When it was announced some time ago that Mahershala Ali would play the role of the half-vampire and vampire hunter in a reboot, some MCU fans did express interest in the rather dark film. As The Hollywood Reporter shares, director Bassam Tariq has since departed from the project. However, according to both parties, there is no ill will. The reason for the parting is said to be various ongoing changes in the production. The statements from both sides sound pretty amicable. Tariq considers it an honor to have been able to contribute to the project. Of course, the MCU executives are now desperately looking for a substitute. After all, the movie's release date is already in just over a year. In addition, the director would first have to get to grips with a semi-finished product that is slowly under pressure. There's not much latitude in the MCU's release calendar as it is, since basically everything builds on each other and hangs together. Journalist Jeff Snyder even believes to have found out that the script so far is a mere 90 pages long and hardly includes any action scenes worth mentioning, which is also said to upset lead actor Ali. Could this mean that there will be some changes regarding Beau DeMayo, the scriptwriter, as well? This November, Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever will be released, and the promotional campaign has long been underway. This week, there was a slew of news about the MCU sequel and final film of Phase 4 of the MCU. Kevin Feige, for instance, expressed his views on a possible successor to King T'Challa, actor Chadwick Boseman, who passed away in 2020. As he has done in the past, he once again clarified to Empire magazine that there will be no recasting, noting that the loss is still being coped with. He and director Ryan Coogler put a lot of thought into it, as ultimately they had to pay tribute to Boseman's life's work on the one hand and carry on the story in a meaningful way on the other. So it remains unchanged that Boseman and his character will not be replaced. But anything else would have been quite a surprise this close to release anyway. Additional news has emerged regarding the running time of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. According to the official AMC Theaters website, the movie is going to be the second longest MCU movie to date. More precisely, it is set to run at 2 hours and 41 minutes, making it just under half an hour longer than its predecessor and about 20 minutes shorter than Avengers Endgame, which has been the most extensive MCU film to date. The running time is no doubt justified. After all, with Namor as the villain and Ironheart as the superhero, two new characters are being introduced at once. To go with the new villain, Empire magazine also shared images of costumes and characters from the film, one of which features Namor. As you can see, his character is strongly based on the culture of Central America. Due to the actions of King T'Challa in the first part, Namor sees his kingdom Talokan in danger. In addition, according to actor Tenoch Huerta, Namor is a mutant, just like in the comics. It'll be exciting to find out what the final result looks like. Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever hits theaters on November 11th. With Cloverfield, director Matt Reeves pulled off a real surprise hit in 2008. The found-footage-style monster film revolves around a massive monster that haunts New York City. 2 sequels also came out that were only loosely related to the original, with the last installment being released in theaters in 2018. Now, Paramount Pictures is apparently planning another sequel, as Deadline reports. The Ritual author Joe Barton is said to be writing the script, while Under the Shadow director Babak Anvari is set to direct the film. One returnee behind the camera is J.J. Abrams, who has been a producer on all 3 films so far. The period in which the movie is based and whether this time there will possibly be a link to one of the previous movies is not yet known, but it is also possible that the upcoming feature will be a standalone film again. Following the previous concept, a common thread will surely be a gigantic monster from another dimension once again. So far, the exact story has always been kept secret until close to release, so you should not expect any news on the plot anytime soon. We are nevertheless looking forward to more updates regarding the cast and filming. A release date has not been announced yet. Since the release of 2016's Star Trek Beyond, there have been rumors that an upcoming Star Trek 4 is in production. This was also confirmed sometime later. However, the production of the movie has always been troubled by delays and crew changes. It was only in August that director Matt Reeves departed the project and moved on to Marvel, and now there is even more bad news for Star Trek fans. Paramount Pictures has now completely removed the movie from its schedule, putting the project on hold. This is yet another setback for the production, in which J.J. Abrams is one of the people involved. The latter had held out the prospect of a shooting start at the end of 2022 earlier this year. However, back then, things were looking very different. Now, not only is the project lacking a director, but also a release date. Deadline has learned that the movie may not be cancelled, rather they are still looking for a suitable director. The production of Star Trek 4 therefore remains interesting. Although the signs are not pointing towards an end of the franchise, what will happen next is still unclear for the time being. After a long period of silence, a new addition to the cast of Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley, was announced a few days ago. In addition to lead actor Eddie Murphy, who is celebrating his return as the eponymous Detective Foley, former Hollywood star Kevin Bacon is now part of the cast as well. In addition to him, there are already a number of other co-stars joining the now 4th film. Among the returning actors is Judge Reinhold as Sergeant Billy Rosewood, Axel's former partner in Beverly Hills Police Department. Also, after a nearly 35-year hiatus, Paul Reiser rejoins the cast as Detective Jeffrey Friedman to play Axel's partner. 2 other returnees are John Ashton as Sergeant John Taggart and Bronson Pinchot as the flamboyant art salesman Sergei. In still unknown roles, we will see, alongside Kevin Bacon, Grey's Anatomy actress Taylor Page, Lost star Mark Pellegrino, and Snowden actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Thus, who among the cast members will possibly appear as the antagonist to Axel Foley is still unclear. Overall, the cast is very pleasing for fans of the film series, which is why many are now eagerly awaiting further information. A release date is sadly still pending, but we will keep you up to date as always. That was the news for this week. For those of you who still want to watch more, check out our new original episode for Mufasa the Lion King to learn everything we know so far about the future film. If you like our videos, feel free to leave a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments.